What is going on, everybody? Anon here. And after the video I put out about some of the what I perceive is misinformation put out by Forge Fire, where they accepted multiple pre-orders, held the cash for 5 months, and then decided to cancel after the fact, and go on social media and blame everybody else and make up a policy that was clearly not disclosed initially. I've gotten a slew of messages, and I figured, you know what? What the hell? Let's walk through each one of these. Today we're gonna talk about TCG District, and we can joke a little bit and call this "When Good Stores Go Bad." So I don't know anything about these guys. Apparently, they're based out of Texas. Done a little bit of research, but people reach out and talk about cancellations and restocking fees and this and that. So I dug into it a little bit, took a look at some of the screenshots. So I looked this one up, and this comes up about 20 days ago. And this isn't the actual story I want to get into, but generally speaking, you're going to have your noise on the internet. No store is perfect. Customers generally want to do the right thing, but there's also customers that are just terrible customers, and they're they want to pay 3 cents and get the world. So, it goes both ways. And I want to try to be even with this because, yeah, I respect the hell out of the stores, and then obviously respect the hell out of the customers. So we have this scenario here, and you guys can Google this, but there's a lot of responses about bad things going on and timing and this and that. So moving on. And again, generally speaking, one person posting on Reddit, I'm skeptical. But when you get 10, 15, 20 people piling on, it gets believable. So I open up the website, and the website, it's password protected, which is a little weird. So I talked to a couple of people that reached out about this scenario and said, "Look, did you guys have to log in, enter your password?" And they're like, "No, we never had to do it. This is relatively new." Now, again, I've never been on this website until today, but website revamp, summer edition. Drop 6/7. So I assume this is recent. Don't know why. I don't want to presume it's anything negative, anything positive. People redesign their websites all the time, but this is not exactly a super inviting website. And click on rewards, become a member, join now. So it's a login wall now. So I want to get into this order. So this person reached out, and I want to point this out. And first of all, is this person being a whore? Yes. But the store shouldn't be, if the store has a policy against orders, they should have some sort of either IT means of protecting against it, or they should be diligent about not holding people's money. So here we have all of these orders from TCG District. There's a lot of them. And again, the guy's a whore. I respect that. The store, So we have all these orders on March 15th, March 30th. So going forward, we see shipments out for delivery. Now, it looks like this is an older order number, so this is probably not the same. But here we have the order has been canceled on May 30th. So we go up here, say order canceled, 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 canceled. So it looks like they've canceled most, if not all, of the orders that were posted down here. I don't want to. So here's 10,271. Here's 10,271. So you can cross-reference these. So we go to the cancellations, and here it says order has been canceled at your request. First of all, this person didn't request anything. So to even put that it's a downright lie. Yeah, I understand there's restocking fees, but canceled at your request is a complete and total lie. And your payment has not yet been refunded. So let's put a pin in the refund, because if you're taking somebody's money and you cancel their order, you goddamn well better refund their money instantly, because now it's theft. Now, I'm not saying that there was intent here. Sometimes processors take some time. But, new year, new look. New year, new look generally isn't something that happens without a reason. Now, the reason could be you merge with somebody else and you rebrand everything and everything's happy, or you just want to kind of let the baggage from the past be the past and whatever. So I do want to mention here it does say limit one per household times two. Now, this person didn't remember if this existed back then. Um, I would generally presume that this did exist and this person ordered too many and violated the code of conduct or whatever the terms of service are. But as we've learned with Fortune Fire, these big stores like to rewrite history. And people aren't skeptical enough to realize that. And it works. And then, people forget about it and they move on. And all the pissed off customers leave and all the new customers that don't know any better come in. But let's assume that this is factually correct. And this limit per household goes back to when the orders were done in March 15th. So this person fucked up. Whether they knew it or not, intentional or not, doesn't matter. Here's another order, the exact same thing. So here it's 2 ETBs, right? So what is that? $65 each, shipping, no tax, etc. So I said, where's the refund at? Because initially this person said that they're holding funds and there's a 25% restocking fee. And there's some fear that these guys are going to cancel all these orders, hold back 25% and screw people over. Now, I have zero proof that that's what's going to happen, especially after this video. I'm guessing it's probably not going to happen, but here are all the charges on the credit card. Now, if we go to the other credit card here, this is the recent piece. There's no refunds. So what TCG District did was they accepted all these orders on March 15th, happily took the money, didn't have any issue with a policy, with terms of service, anything. Then all of a sudden, they go up to May 30th and they start canceling everything, but they don't refund the money. And May 30th, let me double check what day of the week that was. Yeah, so May 30th was a Friday. So I would have anticipated the refund should have been processed on Friday. And the refund should have been in the accounts by Monday. We're now 2 days after the fact. Well, really 3 days after the fact, because banks don't transact generally. Some do on Saturday, most don't. Not traditional financial institutions. Nobody transacts on Sunday, at least in the US. Other countries, yes. So not only did TCG District allow this person to place orders above and beyond what they should have, they took the person's money, then they canceled the orders, and they've still yet to refund the money. So I don't want to use a lot of colorful words about what's going on. It could be an honest mistake. But if you have terms of service, and on March 15th, which quite honestly, on March 15th, you should have damn well known that this set was going to be a banger. If you didn't, you're an idiot. And you should have set up your website to deal with these items. And even if you can't or refuse to set up the website to deal with multiple orders from the same shipping address, same person. Look, you're not going to get around different VPNs and stuff like that. If the Pokemon Company and Walmart and all these groups aren't going to stop orders, you're not going to do it, right? It's a little story. It's just not going to happen. But you should be able to, at the very least, go through your list and manually and just eliminate the duplicates and cancel them right away. Refund the money. This isn't restocking. This certainly isn't a canceled at your request. That's a lie. That's crooked. Now, whether they have the system set up that way or not, they should probably take a look at the automated message that they're sending to folks. But in my view, they may not have known that people place multiple orders, but they knew full well that when they refunded them, they owe the money back. So let's see what happens over the next day or two. I see a bunch of different items in here that quite honestly are not of the most upstanding behavior. Now, again, it's TCG store that now is password protected, wasn't before. Do with it what you will. Hopefully they do the right thing and all the customers get the money back. Hopefully they don't take a 25% cancel or restocking fee. even though it was canceled at your request, quote unquote. And we'll go from there. So anyway, I thought these videos are fun, just to kind of point out some of the stuff that goes on. This is why you don't pre-order that early. And if you pre-order early and you're right, that odds of your bet actually paying in a store not scumbagging you is so minuscule. And to be fair, the people that get screwed are going to sing, they're going to scream the loudest. The people that don't get screwed, they're not going to say anything. They're going to continue to buy from folks and get their product unless they get canceled. So anyway, guys, hopefully this was interesting. A little bit of trash talk again. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join the Discord. We'll talk soon.